Hi, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a little tent box that has just a fold over lid and it catches underneath the front decoration. And what I put in it was some things from the Dollar Tree. Now there's a little notebook, and these come 8 for $1, and a Hershey bar, and one of these little stampers that are 8 for $1. So for $2 you can get 8 plus your supplies, 8 of these little treats for your trick-or-treaters, or I don't know if there's going to be trick-or-treating, but I'll give it to whoever I know that has a child. Because I would have been devastated if they told me I couldn't trick-or-treat when I was a kid. Okay, so I used some pumpkin pie cardstock that is 10.5 by 6 inches. I used some Whisper White and again the pumpkin pie cardstock, and I cut it out with the layering square dies, I believe, but I will check that's the name. And we needed 2 pieces that were 3 by 3. I used the Brights Designer Series paper that's 6 by 6, and one that is 1 by 3. And I will link all my blog below that will have all the measurements and everything on it. Okay. All right, so we have our 10.5 by 6 inch piece of paper. I'm going to get my Simply Score. All right. My directions. Okay, on the 10.5 inch side, we're going to score at 3 1/4, 5, 8 1/4, and 10. Okay, so then we're going to switch to the 6 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 and 4 1/2. Okay, now we're going to go back to the 10 inch side, but you want this piece right here is 1 1/4. This set of squares is 1 1/2. We want to put the 1 1/4 towards the top. All right, and we're going to score again on the 10.5 inch side at 1 3/8. Just put a score to the first, only to the first score line you come to, and then at 6 3/8. And we're going to cut off most of this top, so this is just it's just going to help us make the triangle sides here. Okay, then you need a ruler, and you're going to start where the 2 lines intersect at the top. Put your ruler there, and then you're going to end your scoring at the bottom of this rectangular box. Okay, so we're just going to score it diagonally. Okay, and then you're going to do one to the side. So we're going to just make a big triangle in that one box. Okay, and then we're going to move over to the other place that we partially scored a line and do the same thing. And then this way. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. The closer the better, but it doesn't have to be exact. Okay. Now, okay, so let's fold and burnish. We're not going to do anything with the partially scored lines. You don't have to fold and burnish them at all. Okay. Alrighty. So this is what we're going to do. All right. Okay, so this is what we want to cut out. So we're going to get rid starting at the box that we partially scored in, all of that is going to go goodbye. Okay, we're going to cut all that away. So this is going to be our flap that folds over. Okay, so we'll do the top first, and we're going to just cut that flap. This is going to be our flap that closes. It's going to be this piece, okay? And then all the rest right across the top, we're just going to get rid of. Okay, so those little extra pieces we scored at the end, they were just to help us make the triangles. Okay, and now flaps over here, and then you have the skinny rectangle going along the left-hand side, and the rectangle that's on the bottom we're going to get rid of. And then just wedge a tiny bit up on this piece we're leaving. All right, and then this whole bottom, what we're going to do is the smaller ones, because they're both kind of rectangles, but these are the smaller rectangles. We're just going to take a little wedge out of those and keep the long rectangles straight. Okay. Oops. I left a little nub there. I have to get that off. Alrighty, now we just need our detail trio punch, and we're going to round the corners of our flap. Okay, and we're going to round the corners of our 1-inch piece. Alrighty. And we'll put that back for later. Okay, now we're going to put some tear-in tape on the little rectangle that's going to connect our box together. Right up to the score line if you can, as close as you can get it without going over. Then we're going to take that off and fold it and fold the other half so it meets up perfectly. All right, and that's going to be our box. So on the bottom, we're going to be pulling this over. So we want this to be the front. So this is the last one we're going to pull over. Okay, so we're going to fold in the middle and the back flap, and we're going to put tear-in tape on this one. You could put only one. I probably only needed one because what's going in here isn't very heavy. But I like it to be extra sure it's going to be okay and stay closed. Okay, and I'm just making sure that these are even on both sides, and then like that. And then we just want to make sure that it adheres well. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to push with our pointers to make the sides of the box into a triangle. Okay, just kind of guide the side in so that it bends nicely. All right, and that's our box. Okay, so now we can put our, well, first let's do our stamping. Okay, on this square we need Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're using the Everything Essential stamp set, and I'm using the Haunted House. Okay. I'm just going to let that dry a little because we're going to color in the banner and the windows. Okay, now our 3x3 pieces. We're going to put some, I almost said snail, some seal. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't get this side. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on the front. And I'm just going to leave a border, try to get it even all the way around. Okay, so that's done now. All right, now we need our image. And I used dark pumpkin pie and dark daffodil delight. And I used the pointy little edge. And I'm just going to color the banner in orange. One more piece. Okay. And I'm going to color the windows with the Daffodil Delight. Okay, and that's it for the coloring. All right, and I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive to attach it to the scallop square. Okay. All right, and I'm going to put a book, a stamper, and a Nestle Crunch in there. And I'm going to squeeze it, and that'll be that. Okay, I need to get some dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on the bottom only. I'm going to put them the bottom half of the middle and the two sides of the bottom. Okay. Okay, and then just squeeze it and close it. And then we're going to put it about right smack dab in the middle. Okay, and just kind of put it on there and then open it up and make sure you push on the dimensionals well. And then when you close it, it has to bend just a little bit to get it underneath. And there we go. Okay, now I took some of the Playful Pets ribbon combo pack and I doubled it. I just made a cute bow. Then we need some dimensionals. No, some glue dots. I'm going to put 2 glue dots, so I'm going to decide which one. I want that in the front. So I need 2 glue dots. I'm just going to put them just right next to each other. A little off center for both of them, so then they'll fill a longer spot than just popping one on the middle. And I'm just going to put that right on the top of the flap in the middle. Oh, I still need that. Okay. And then I just took some rhinestones. And I just put them on the bottom. Okay, and then the final touch, I just put Wink of Stella all over the whole thing, even the windows, so it was sparkly and kind of jumps out a little bit when you do this. Okay, I think I noticed there's a little tiny window all the way up in the tower I didn't see before. There we go. And this one you can see it, and I totally missed it. I must have stamped it a little too hard on that one. Okay, and there you go. That is our quick trick or treat using some Dollar Tree goodies. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so if you would like to buy any of these supplies, you can shop with me at the address at the top of the screen. And you can find all of the measurements and details on my blog, which I will link below. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye.